22-year-old. You're a promising graduate and you're 22 years old. Shortly after graduation, you give all of your savings to charity. And for the next 2 years, you hitchhike your way across America. At the age of 22, I ask you, would you do that? No. Well, one person did. His name was Chris McCandless. And in 2002, Sean Penn directed a film on Chris's adventures. It was called Into the Wild. Sean clearly was inspired by Chris's adventures. He perceives him as brave, as a dedicated spiritual pilgrim, but sadly I don't share Sean Penn's views. I thought Chris was inconsiderate. I thought Chris was selfish. I thought Chris actually, I forgot what Chris was. I think he was selfish, and I also think that his story was incredibly tragic. I even think it was a possible suicide. It was a senseless, premature death. Let me tell you a little bit why I think that, and a little bit more about the story. Chris rejected all material possessions. Chris also rejected relationships and attachments to relationships. For the next 2 years, he zigzags his way across the United States. And during that time, he's like a tumbleweed. He goes from town to town. He blows in and out. He forms relationships with people very briefly. He camps out with some aging hippies. He briefly works with a farmer. And he befriends a widower leather worker. Now, during this time, he spends 2 years having an amazing adventure, but meanwhile his parents don't even know where he is. He never told them. He never said he was leaving. He just disappeared. And during those 2 years, he not once contacted any members of his family or friends. Selfish? Inconsiderate? I thought so. So, throughout the film, 190 minutes, you get to see the world through Chris's eyes. To me, I think that it was romanticising his adventure. You saw some fantastic scenery, you saw some really great highlights, beautiful streams, bright sunny days, fresh air. It was fantastic. And eventually, Chris gets to a place which is his ultimate dream, which is Alaska. He wants to live in the wild. So Chris actually gets into Alaska very ill prepared. He's got some rice. He's got a book on local plants, a disposable camera, a shotgun with some bullets, and very little camping gear. He enters the wild, and for 2 months he lives off the land. He finds an abandoned bus and moves into that, because the terrain in the wilderness was quite hard. So he spends the time in the bus, lives off small birds and whatever he can find really, and some local plants. And then he runs out of rations and realises that he has to leave. So he tries to cross the river. But the snow's melting, the summer's come, and the river's too high for Chris to cross. Chris is trapped. He's trapped without any resources whatsoever, and a very little strategy of how he's going to live in the wilderness. Unfortunately, Chris starved to death in the wild. That bus is now a tourist attraction where a lot of young people go each year to actually worship Chris. in his honour, on his heroic journey of self-discovery. And if you actually Google Into the Wild, you'll see 1 million blogs and websites. And this one chap by the name of Chris actually does make the hike of the journey to the actual bus. Chris writes, "You have inspired more people than you will ever know. least of all me. Your passion, courage, determination gave me strength to believe I can make my dreams come true. His dreams come true, is that just after death in the wilderness? I don't know. It took me a long time to find a quote that actually supported how I felt about this film. And it was a quote from the actual local park ranger. His name is Peter Christian, and he writes, "I am constantly exposed to what I call the canvas pipe. People, mostly young men, come to Alaska to challenge themselves against an unforgiving wilderness landscape, where convenience of access and possibility of rescue are particularly non-existent. When you consider McCandless from my perspective, you quickly see what he did wasn't particularly daring, just stupid, tragic, and inconsiderate. First off, he spent very little time learning how to actually live in the wild. He arrived at Stampede Trail without even a map of the area. He had a good map. If he had a good map, he could have walked his way out of his predicament. Essentially, Chris McCandless committed suicide." So, is Chris a hero? Is he a legend? Or did he actually commit suicide? I'll leave that up to you to decide. Thank you.